Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, if you guys could please smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could leave a comment down below, even better. Super helps the channel out. It's Wednesday morning, it's bright and early. We're back in the shop. In the shop today, we have the Mustang. The Mustang is back in. Funny thing, we are going to be replacing the rear shocks because we already put in the lowering springs, but his suspension, his struts and shocks were pretty shot, so he went ahead and decided to do the struts and shocks, and as well as the clutch in the transmission as well. So we are going to be replacing the rear shocks today, as well as remove the front strut assemblies, remove the lowering spring that we installed previously, install the lowering spring on some new struts and reinstall them, as well as our transmission is almost ready to come out. So the bolts are out, it's getting prepped on the transmission jack, and we're going to strap that baby down and we're going to go ahead and drop this transmission out. And of course, having a lift and that transmission jack and you know, having all the right stuff really makes the job, I wouldn't say easy, but very user-friendly. So there you have it, 2006 Mustang. It's getting rear shocks, front struts, and a clutch set as well. He is due for brakes as well, so I quoted him for that, and I'm sure he'll be back pretty soon for brakes because his rotors and pads are down to almost nothing. So here is our 2016 Ford Fiesta. Now, yesterday Mikey came in and he kicked ass, and he got it all torn down. He got the core support replaced, the bumper rebar replaced, he replaced the fender as well as the hood. So you can see our underhood's all cut in. It's looking nice and fresh. Our new core support is in place. Our latch is on there, hood prop, all that good stuff. Radiator installed. We got our fender installed and our new bumper rebar installed. Fender was tricky because there's a bolt behind this glass, and this glass is urethaned in, but there was just enough room to slip a 10mm wrench behind the glass and loosen the bolt and slide the fender forward. There was a notch in the fender, so I believe that's what they intended you to do, but they sure could have just, you know, maybe not had anything behind there. That would have been nice. So there you have it. We're gonna go ahead and be probably won't get to this till probably Friday, maybe not even Monday. So this is kind of on hold for the rest of the day. We do have our new bumper cover for this. As you can see, our old bumper cover is toast. So we have our new bumper cover right here, sitting in the booth, ready to go. A little bit bent from shipping, but that's okay. Once it bolts on the car, it usually starts, what's the word? Relaxing. So there you have it, new bumper cover. Also, pretty pumped to reveal that we have the right-hand drive turbo B16 nitrous powered Civic back in the shop. Super pumped, guys. I've had this car for 18 years. I've had this car since 2004. This car's had about 4 engines, 4 transmissions, 3 different turbos. I've personally painted it 3 different times. It's undergone a right-hand drive conversion. It's had multiple sets of wheels, tires, I mean, brakes. I mean, basically at this point, the car's been down since 2014. I redid front and rear brakes, calipers, wheels, tires. We did, you know, tie rod ends. We did sway bar end links, control arms. We replaced all the glass. We freshly tinted it 15%. Of course, stripped it back down, redid the paint and body, did all the gaps, you name it, new windshield, new headlights, new corner lights, new side markers, decals. I mean, the works. We've done this car from bumper to bumper and everything. So super pumped to have this back in the shop. So funny thing, my buddy owns the glass shop, Rafa. He hit me up as soon as I dropped the car off, maybe about a couple hours in, and he messaged me with a problem that the new glass did not come with the weather strip seal. I was under the impression that it did, so I tried to call Honda last minute and see if they had anything that they could get, and of course it's discontinued. I did some Google searching. I did find some replacements for the hatchback model, which was much more common, and as well in Japan. This was made in the States only. Well, I think they made it other places, but they did not make these coupes in Japan, so this part was kind of more rare. They only made the coupe in 93, 94, and 95, so it was a 3-year only model, versus the hatchback they also made in 92. So that being said, there was nothing we really could do, and I stopped by to check out to see how bad it would look without the seal. I figured there'd be something from like 3M that we could apply afterwards, but honestly, it looks really good without a gasket. It kind of looks more modern. A lot of modern cars don't have gaskets. This could create a little bit of wind noise not having a gasket, but who cares in this car, right guys? It's a race car. So we did apply a rubber seal from 3M there, just to kind of make up for that gap. Otherwise you'd see the orange paint when the door's closed. So that kind of created a nice little, but I am really pumped. It looks a little bit funny there because there's kind of like a body line, but I could live with it. Honestly, it looks really clean. I was kind of worried that it was gonna look like it was missing something, but overall it doesn't. Now he did the same thing on the rear glass. We could have put a rubber seal like this all the way around, and then seamed it in the middle, but I decided that I think it looks good without anything. So there's a little bit of a gap down here. It's possible that we could apply something like that down here, but I don't think I'm too worried about it. I did trim black the rear glass rest, I guess you could call it, right there. I did retrim black that and replace the hardware. So besides there being a little bit of a gap there where you can see some orange paint, it looks pretty good. I might find something to stick down there. We'll see. I guess we don't need this anymore because it doesn't have to sit outside without glass. So I still have to install the front windshield moldings. This one's kind of torn, so I'm kind of looking at what I can do for that, as well as I need to dig out some clips and fasteners to make sure that these stay in. It's usually better to install those when you're installing the windshield because they're urethaned in, which these were, but I yanked them out when I painted the car, and I didn't pull the windshield because that windshield was just put in probably 3 years prior to me pulling the car apart. So anyways guys, last week I did show you guys that I had the vehicle detailed up before I brought it there. I'm just gonna kind of go over the car real quick again. We got shaved front and rear emblems, shaved trunk key lock, color matched trim pieces. So color matched there. We got color matched rocker panels. We have shaved door moldings. We left the groove, but we welded up the holes. We have color matched door handles, color matched mirrors. We did the clear JDM side marker because we wanted to get rid of the orange because there was too many shades of orange going on in the car. So we went to clear. Went to clear on the tail lights, red and clear. Went to clear on the corners. We have aftermarket housings, glass with a LED four-sided bulb and an LED city light. We got rid of the fog lights. We kept the OEM grills. We left those plastic, just like the center. In 94 and 95, I do believe that they color matched these, but I just think it looks funny color matched. It looks like you forgot to mask off something. So we got the front mount intercooler cut and fitted nicely. I do have a lip here. This is the second lip that's been on the car since it's been painted. Hasn't even really been on the road. I just keep damaging them. I do not like this lip. I did order a Type R lip yesterday, so be looking out for that in the vlogs. It's gonna look a lot like this Del Sol. I was kind of worried about this lip leaving some marks here, which the Type R lip should kind of cover up that, but it goes up a little bit here. So I'm worried about there being some marks here. I'll wet sand and buff anything that I can, and I'll have to touch up any marks that don't buff out if there is any. But overall, I just don't like that lip. It's just too much for the car. I think it'll look a lot better with the Type R lip. I also have some, like, it's not a rear lip, but it's like a rear diffuser on the side of the bumpers. I have those coming. I'm not sure if I'm gonna run them yet, so when we get them, we'll hold them up, test fit them, see how they're gonna go on, see if it's practical. And if I like the look of it overall, so I'll tape them up. If I like the look of it, I'll go ahead and proceed forward with prepping and painting them when I paint the front lip. But I'm just not happy with that front lip. I wasn't happy with it even before I painted it. Finally, I talked myself into it, painted it, put it on, and I just honestly, guys, didn't like it. So we also have the Falcon tire lettering that we're gonna be sticking on. We have new wheels, new tires, brand new calipers, painted in a wrinkled black finish. Front and rear disc brakes. We have slotted drilled rotors, pads, new wheel liners. We put brand new windshield wipers on, brand new windshield wiper squirters. Of course, we got the B16 engine with transmission from a 2000 Civic Si. We have a GT35 journal bearing turbo, 3-inch exhaust all the way back, charge piping, HKS blow-off valve, Hasport solid mounts, aluminum radiator, silicone hoses all the way around. We are installing a wet nitrous system that taps off the stock fuel system, AEM fuel rail, autometer fuel, pressure gauge, VMS billet accessories, OEM NGK spark plug wires, NGK spark plugs. We did 10-in fittings welded on the valve cover with some steel braided lines to an oil catch can. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood real quick. Super pumped to have this car back, guys. I mean, it's just hard to believe that this car technically can hit the road. I've already driven it. It's ready to drive, although we do want to do a little more tuning, and I have a couple more things I'm going to be changing out on the car. So, and it's still winter, so I'm not going to go crazy driving it, but if we do catch a nice day, I'm definitely going to be driving this thing. So just replaced the battery. We got a Cusco battery tie down. We got a Skunk 2, or it's kind of like a Skunk 2 replica intake manifold. We have RC 750cc injectors. And there you have it, guys. We are on Skunk 2 Pro Shocks struts and adjustable Skunk 2 coilovers. Top mount manifold. We did retain the OEM power steering. We're on a brand new right-hand drive power steering rack. So there you have it. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple. We also are kind of outlined in billet password JDM bolts. We have a new coolant reservoir. We are on a spec stage 2 clutch and light white flywheel. We have WeatherTech wind visors. Inside the car, we have our new floor mats. Since it's right-hand drive, they kind of went opposite sides, which put the EJ and the flag in the center, which I didn't like. I tried to cancel the order last minute and get some NRG mats, but they shipped them out already. So for now, they look fine. See if I can get a little more light in here. We have a carbon fiber DIN panel. We're gonna go ahead and mount some switches here for some LED lights under the car and under the hood so it glows. We have a Panasonic double DIN, a Pioneer double DIN audio player. We have full 6.5-inch speakers all the way around, tweeters. We have all the JDM climate control, JDM clock, JDM fog light, JDM defroster buttons, which I know I don't have the fog lights anymore, but that is an OEM JDM fog light button. All lights up amber. Same thing with the OEM JDM cluster from a B16. You can see the red lines just past 8,000 on this. All lights up amber. We have autometer wideband, digital, autometer boost vacuum gauge, autometer oil pressure gauge. We have an OEM JDM steering wheel, no airbags, no airbags. This is a 95, which came with dual airbags. We have an Integra Type R OEM Honda red stitch shift boot with a Skunk 2 single bend short shifter, Skunk 2 weighted shift knob. We have the optional audio console. This is right hand drive converted. We have the optional armrest. Inside we have the optional cup holder and the two cassette tape holder. The car is equipped with a remote start alarm, keyless entry, all that good stuff. It is a little outdated, so I might be ripping it out and replacing it. Interior pretty much remains stock. We installed the OEM seatbelt buckles and seat belts all back in. It used to have racing seats, harness bar, gutted interior, stuff like that. OEM back seats, all the seat belts are there, everything's intact. Our ECU is still on the floor because we are going to be doing some more tuning. So once it's all tuned and done, we'll go ahead and remount the ECU in here. Tell me what you guys think about those floor mats. I'm not really fond on the EJ being in the center. So the NRG ones, I believe, say NRG right here in the center. So even though I switched them, it'll still say NRG in the center. So I might be switching to those at some point. So very pumped, guys. I got brand new these replaced. These are repainted. These are repainted. We have an Apexy N1 knockoff exhaust. It's got a burnt tip. I like it. Fits the era of the car, so I'm gonna keep it for now. The only thing I'm not liking is the black wheels and the black tires. It's just too much black. From a distance it looks like it's on steely, so it looks kind of trashy. Once I get some time, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Falcon lettering just like the Del Sol on there. It'll look fresh, and I believe I'll like it more. So we're gonna be replacing the front lip, installing the rear valance kind of things, and the diffusers on the side of the bumper. We still got to install these. I still got to finish installing the nitrous system. What else? We got a little more tuning to do, and we're going to install the tire lettering. I also have the m-tek DOHC OEM decal on the door. It's a little bit of everything. I built this car years ago. If I started today on this project, this is probably not how I would build it. But overall, I love the color still. It looks good. It's clean. We did black on the hood, black on the roof. It's just kind of a signature of mine. We have the black hood on the Del Sol as well. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think. Also, I broke the side marker, taking it in and out. So, they're like $13. So I went ahead and just bought new side markers. So I'm gonna go ahead and order some amber bulbs for these today. Install these side markers on that car. I got some rear struts for the trunk of the Project Del Sol. I also have some red LED bulbs, and I'm waiting for the dash overlay from oldsols.com to install on this. So we'll be installing the green dash overlay over the gauges, as well as change out all the bulbs to red LED, and it should leave for a really cool looking interior. I also have a fire extinguisher mount that I'm going to be putting in this car somewhere on the passenger side. I'm not sure where yet. This car being that it has launch control, and when it's bouncing off that two-step, guys, it spits flames. We're running a lot of extra fuel with the 750cc injectors and the Walbro 255 fuel pump. So being that a lot of the fuel system's aftermarket and our nitrous fuel solenoid is tapped off, there's not very many turns. It's like a turn and a half, and that end fitting's tight. And so I'm worried that one day maybe it'll vibrate loose, could spray some fuel on something hot. This car could go up in flames. It's kind of a race car, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount a fire extinguisher where I can get to it quick. That way if something did go up in flames, and grab it quick, pop the hood if I have to, come out here and squirt underneath the hood. You know, possibly prevent a lot of money's worth of damage. So there you have it, guys. Super pumped on having this car back on the street. I'm gonna get my tuner Jamie from boostednorthwest.com. I'll leave the link in the description if you guys need any chips, ECUs, stuff like that, base maps. He does all sorts of things like that. So I'll leave a link in the description, boostednorthwest.com. when he gets some time, I'm gonna get him out here. We're gonna adjust the cold start idle, and then get that running a little better, as well as dial in the fuel maps a little bit better to make sure that we're safe when we're running all our boost. And once we get the nitrous system finished, wired up, we're gonna go ahead and do some wet sprays as well, and of course some video. So stay tuned, guys. Get excited. Like this video. Leave a comment down below. Super pumped on having this car back. Tell me what you guys think. Seriously, leave some comments. Very, very excited. So there you have it. Like this video, leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.
Ooh, like LeBron, though, or like Bonzo. Ooh, I'm a baller, yeah, shot caller, yeah. They love me, you can't touch me, nah, can't trust me. I'm too lucky. Look at me, look at you, what you see, what you do.